When we wake up, we stay up. Got no time to waste. On the ground, we stay up. Can't let nobody face us. We on the way to the top. They coming for us. Which street stop to us? Nothing's impossible. That's why they call us dreamers. That's why they call us dreamers. Hey dreamers, it's me, TahrifaTheDreamer, and many of us have social media, and for some of us that deeply affects our lives. And so this video is about relationships with social media. So firstly, let's recognize some feelings or some habits that you might take part in when you have an unhealthy relationship with social media. So for example, when your social media life or your online life or your profile reflects a happiness that you don't actually have in real life, like you happier on the gram than you is in real life, that's not okay. Like why it is you're not living your life, why it is you're living your life on the outside for people. We're gonna get into that. Another way to recognize an unhealthy relationship is if you're always anxious. You always need to be on the gram, you always need to be on Facebook, you always need to be on Twitter because you don't want to miss anything, or you feel irrelevant if you do, or you just feel this pressure to post and pressure to update people, and you spend a lot of time looking at your accomplishments and what other people accomplish and comparing them, and beating yourself up for just being a regular human, living a regular life. And next way, social media is toxic for you, or you are using social media in a toxic way, is if you always in some kind of argument, in some kind of bacchanal, somebody always offended you, or you always offending someone else, and it stresses you out to have an account. Like, why you not peaceful? Why you have so much drama in your life when it comes to social media? And next thing, if you have to post everything, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't go anywhere without posting something. That affects your safety. What's going on in your life that you feel like the internet needs to know what you're doing at all times, even when nobody is interacting with your stuff? Another thing is when all you do on social media is judge other people's lives. Like you go on there to see what other people do, and not to compare and say, oh, I'm better than them, or they're better than me, but you go on there and you just judge everything that they're doing, saying if it were you, you would do something else. Why are you doing it like this? Comment on how you feel about something. You can do that in healthy doses, but if that's all you do, that's all you spend your time bothered by what other people are doing constantly, then that's an issue, and it's probably bad for your health. Also, you have a bad relationship with social media if it's affected your real life relationships with people in your life. So whether it's romantic and you and your partner are having clashes about what you post or what you don't post, or what they see you doing online or what you see they're doing online, and you'll just get an argument over that. That's an unhealthy relationship with social media, and probably with your partner. The last way that I say that you have a bad relationship with social media is if you are losing time. Like you sit there every day 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours or more online, and you are not prioritizing the things that are actually important to you, or that actually are going to take you where you want to go. So now that we know the indications that we have some bad relationships with social media, these are some of the things that cause it. So loneliness. Loneliness is something that we all go through, and some of us cure that loneliness by going online, whether it's to see other people and feel close to them, or it's to just distract ourselves from the lives that we're living and the lack that we feel. But it's not the healthiest way, and there are other ways to fill your loneliness that don't deteriorate your mental health. Another reason people, swim to social media is because we feel tolerated in our lives and not understood. Like we have feelings and we have thoughts, and we feel like the people in our lives aren't really validating them. We feel like the people in our lives aren't really giving us what we want from them. There's always somebody to relate to online. I think that could be a positive, but when you kind of eliminate all your relationships in real life and you just go onto social media and, you know, replace them with that can be unhealthy when they don't meet your expectations and then you're just starting all over again with it. Or you meet new people and you build bond with them, or you meet people who you believe have the same ideals as you, and then you come to find out that they aren't who they say they are and everything was all a lie. Dangerous things in that area. For many of us, when we go on social media, our insecurities and our faults and all things we hate about life is amplified. If we don't deal with the things that we don't like and affect us in real life, when we go onto the internet with strangers and expectations that highlight those things and we haven't dealt with them properly, they hurt us that much more. Like, for example, for me, being on social media definitely amplified my insecurity. The insecurity in particular that I'm talking about is being uninterested or having people not pay attention to me because they don't care about what I'm doing or who I am and they don't want to know me and stuff like that. When you're in a space where your worth is determined by how much people click on your stuff, by how much people like your stuff, by how much views you get, by how many people you talk to, when you don't have those things as easily as others, it can affect you if your mind is in the right place. So for me, going into that with that insecurity and also being a homebody, nobody really knowing who I am or what I'm about and stuff like that, it's like you see people get all this attention for certain things, and when you be yourself and when you share what you like, you don't get the same reactions. And for me, that really felt like, okay, well, I guess nobody cares, and that caused me to like be very judging of myself, and also it caused me to have a filter where I didn't post or I didn't share in life in general. I didn't share online, I didn't share and myself, but when I would share, it would always be feel like, oh my god, why did I do that? Until I learned to just overcome it, and I realized that my worth didn't come from that. Also, if you have issues with your body and you go and you see those things, it's like, okay, you see what everyone likes and you see what is praised and you compare yourself to that and you don't match and all these things. You need to be aware of these things and make sure that you're in a healthy mental space before you allow social media to dictate your life. And if you already have issues with it, then you need to take a step back and start over with fixing your mind so that you can have a wonderful relationship on social media and live your best life over there. Okay, so how I did it, or how I would suggest you do it, or someone, you can try these things. Firstly, first thing is, if you have a bad relationship, or you have an unhealthy relationship, or you're anxious relationship, or you just don't feel good, first you need to identify what is causing that. Most likely it is an insecurity being magnified by what you see and you're not dealing with it within yourself. So first, identify it, own it, claim it, and know within yourself it's something you're working on. And anytime something triggers you, we know what's going on and we can take steps to correct it. Everyone suggests taking breaks. Take breaks from social media, take breaks from the screen, all that. But if you just take breaks without addressing the big main issue, you can take a million breaks and you're still going to have the same relationship with social media. So you definitely need to figure out what it is that is the problem. So taking breaks obviously is going to be helpful, but with your breaks, you work on the stuff. So if you just choose to eliminate it from your life and you just take a break and you just come back to it, it's fine, but make sure you're working on the things that are causing you to need the break in the first place. Unfollowing, muting, cutting off, all of that. So if you go to my Instagram, you see that I only follow 4 pages, and that is by design. I used to follow hundreds of pages, until I realized two things. One, some pages and some people were causing me anxiety and they just had to go. And two, I understand the power of controlling your environment has. So for me, I need to have positivity all around and I need to reduce my triggers. So by me taking away the people and the pages that make me distracted or make me feel any negative feelings, I took them away. For you, that could be unfollowing. For you, that could just be muting their stuff so you don't see it. So the pages that I follow are pages that I want to see, things that motivate me, or things that I really just need to see. Another thing you can do to, improve your relationship is by keeping things to yourself. Some things that are meaningful to you, that are special to you, and people that you love, you don't have to post it. You can live it in real life and save the moment, and nobody has to know. You don't have to post everything. Everyone doesn't have to know what you eat every day, where you go every day. If that is something that's fun to you and you enjoy doing like I do, you can do it. But just don't put that pressure on yourself to update the world about everything. That if I didn't post a picture, it didn't happen. It happened. You know it happened, and that should be enough. The self-comparison thing, right? We all do it. We all have done it, even if we just did it one time. We've done it. So what I would say with that is, it's hard to get your brain to stop comparing. Like, it's just naturally hard for you. So maybe what you could do is try to retrain your brain into comparing it to motivate and for aspiration rather than to bring you down. So if there is a body type that you aspire to have, or a lifestyle you aspire to have, or whatever it is you just like, and you look at another person and you're like, I wish I had that, or I wish I was like that. Try using it as something to aspire to. Like, don't look at this and be like, I don't have this, I'm never going to have this, I'm never going to be good enough. Like, no, you are perfect the way you are, and you are where you are for a reason. So if that's something that you want to get to at some point, note it. And every time you see that lifestyle or that body or whatever it is, tell yourself, okay, this is my goal. She looks good, he looks good, they're doing their thing, I'm happy for them, and genuinely feel happy for them. And then be like, one day that's gonna be me. I'm working towards this. Use it to help you manifest the life that you want, rather than to be like, I don't have this and I'll never have it. Because you will. You can if you believe that you can and you work for it. Okay? Okay. Another thing is, if you have low self-esteem or you have issues with your self-esteem, use posting to help you with that. So if there is a part of your body that you are uncomfortable with, post it. This would also tie into facing your insecurities and facing your fears. Accept it, that is part of you, and stop hiding it. Stop covering it, stop hiding it, stop fixing your angle so you can get a good picture or whatever. Embrace your body, embrace your life, and stop hiding. So show off all of you on everything, and every time you see it, feel proud of yourself, and know that you're being uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable. And nothing with too much or too little or whatever. It is your body, right? How much ever of your body you want to post, do that. Okay? You set your own standards for whatever it is in your life. Don't let anybody tell you you're doing too much. Don't let anybody tell you you're doing too little. And I know that a certain aesthetic gets the most like, the least amount of clothing gets the most likes. And for someone like me, I don't feel, I am very confident in my body and all that, but the whole world don't need to see it, right? So I realized that for me, certain things I may not be comfortable posting for the world to have would get more attention, and sometimes you want more attention, so you have to promote your stuff, but you also have to realize that your integrity and your morals and your standards are what are going to hold you in this life. So don't do anything that you deeply in your heart know you don't want to do for likes or for attention or for clout. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to your morals and only post stuff that you are comfortable with. And that's not judging anyone who does it all, because we be liking it. You be liking it, I be liking it, they be liking it. We be liking it. So let everyone do what they gotta do and feel confident with their body and do everything. Yes, we want to see it all. But I'm saying to you, if you're not comfortable with posting it and you feel pressured to, don't do that, okay? Alright? Everybody gotta see your goods. If you want to hide your goods, hide them. Okay? The best way that you can use social media, that you should use social media, is to use it for your gain. Use it to promote your stuff. Use it to, be able to network with the people that are going to put you on. Use it to build the life that you want to live. Whatever you want to use it for, that's most productive to you, that gets you the most in return, go ahead and use that app. They making money off of you, you make money off of them. If no one watches my stuff, I'm still happy with it because I created something that I am proud of. And that's how you should live. Like, it doesn't matter who you reach, it matters that you feel proud of what you've done and it reflects you in the best way possible. So that is all I have for this video. If you currently have an unhealthy relationship with social media, address that. Life is too short to be bothered by stuff that's happening online. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up below. Comment below on how your relationship with social media has evolved, or if you're still struggling. And if you have conquered all of these stuff, all of these hardships when dealing with the internet, comment below your suggestions and your tips and how you got through it. I make videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays, so click the bell next to the subscribe button. But it only works if you're already subscribed. Like, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, okay? Subscribe for more good content. Okay, bye!